Hey yo guys, what's good, what's happening, and what's going on? So I ran into a little problem. See, I really needed to do my dishes today. We do have some daylight. I could open the window and use that to do dishes, but you know, I also like to keep the blinds closed and turn on the kitchen light. But there's a problem. Kitchen light is currently on. You can sort of see it glowing over there. For instance, if I come back here and turn it off, you no longer see the glow. Turn it on. That's about as bright as she gets, boys. It started doing the flicker shutter thing like it was doing in the garage. I don't know if the bulbs are burnt. I don't have these bulbs anyway. I remember in the garage I used to be able to like touch them and drive the power across and then it would like fire and stuff, but I don't think I have these kind of bulbs in stock to really replace them. You know what? Let's check and see. Because if not, we're going to take a rip over Canadian Tire. They wouldn't be down here, would they? Chances are I threw them all in the garbage thinking if that ever did blow up, I would just replace it with another fixture or something in the LED format. A lot of you mentioned to get some track lighting in here. Put some track lighting up there instead of that fluorescent tube. But I'm thinking, now these LED tubes are super bright and very power efficient. I just tried to turn on the kitchen light. Can't do that. It don't work no more. So I'm thinking we're going to go to Canadian Tire because right now until tomorrow they currently have a deal on the light that I want. It's 40 bucks off and it's pretty much the same thing except for LED, and it's going to solve the problem. Now will I be able to install it tonight? No, because by the time I get back it's going to be dark o'clock. We won't be able to install it. We're going to have to wait till tomorrow unless I get some sort of a other lighting system. I got my wallet. I don't have my wallet. I'm going to go get my wallet. Anyway, they have some track lighting, LED lighting on as well that I was considering. I know it's just a consideration. Have I shown you guys this yet? I don't think I have. But I remember that time that dog jumped over the retaining wall and ate shit? Well, my neighbors put up a little fence to keep their dogs from committing suicide. And as you can see, I need to take the brush cutter over there again and knock down some shit. But whatever, not a big deal. Anyway, I don't know if I showed you guys that already, but if I did, then I'm showing you again. And if you haven't seen it, well, first time for everything. Anyway, we're gonna take a rip over to Canadian Tire right now, go and scoop up some lighting and probably install it another day. So this will be a video that spans a couple days. Skivinz gets electrocuted. It's probably gonna be the title of this sea sucker, so stay motherfucking tuned. All right, keys are in the ignition, fire in the hole. Let's go to Canadian Motherfrigger. They're open for another 52 minutes. Plenty of time to find what I'm looking for. Shigo! Oh, last night I biked on this and it was all asphalt. Looks like they're redoing it. Ain't that special? Very, very special. But yeah, that light has been acting up now for, I want to say a good solid week. I'd turn it on and it would flicker and flicker and flicker and then finally turn on. It could be the bulbs, it could be the ballast. Either way, I want an LED one in there. Like I mentioned, you guys are talking about getting track lighting for it. Good idea, don't get me wrong, but I think just another LED fluorescent, it throws enough light to light up the entire kitchen. It's good enough. And that LED light that I got in the garage is stupid freaking bright. So we'll just replace it with an LED shop light like what I have in there now. Throw that one in the garbage and be done with it. But yeah, I was gonna go biking again tonight and try and get some more kilometers done. Originally I was gonna hang out with Deb, but she kind of came down with a bug. No, it's not COVID. Got a cold, so she's trying to sleep it off there so she can carry on with life. But I was gonna go biking, but friggin' a thunderstorm was warning was in effect, and I really didn't want to be out there ripping reps and have the friggin' sky fall down on me, because nothing's worse than driving a bike with a crunchy chain and having it rain, you know what I'm saying? So I figured frig it, we'll just say screw it for now and we'll just lift tonight, because I haven't lifted in, well, it's been a minute. Not saying I'm slacking on my lifting, but I'm getting in about 2 to 3 sessions a week, which is more than enough for a non-enhanced individual. And I'm doing pretty much full body. I didn't do legs today because my legs are still killing me from the bike ride yesterday. They are very, very, very much sore. Like, there's a lot of pain rushing through them. Walking sucked today, felt like I rode a horse. Well, I guess I kind of sort of did, because that fat bike is a pig. I guess it felt like I rode a pig. Whatever, anyway, enough of that nonsense. So I just did upper body, beat the living shit out of my chest, back, shoulders, biceps, abs, triceps. Spent about, I want to say a good solid hour and a half. I don't know, over that, an hour and 45, just thrashing it in the gym. doing 5 sets of each exercise, mainly compound movements like bench press, and did some rows, did some deadlifts, used the ab cruncher, did some leg lifts on my ab bench, did bicep gauntlet, did tricep gauntlet, shoulders. I never do front raises because it's kind of pointless when you're doing bench press because you're working your front delts anyway. So why isolate your front delts? They're already getting trained. People who do that end up getting these massive front delts and like no side delts and definitely no rear delts. For rear delts, I've been doing rope pulls with the ropey. I attach it to the top cable and I do face pulls and pull out at the end. But I wish my rope was a little longer because I can't get my arms out far enough. So I end up getting this really awkward, weird impingement going just to get the back shoulders. So I found another exercise that works really well. Is I'll grab the easy curl bar. I got an OPP officer behind me, that's interesting. I'll grab the easy curl bar and I'll grab it on the outer perimeter, like as far, like pretty much my hands are touching the plates, and I'll do a bent over, like pretty much my body's shaped in an L, and I'll just start freaking pulling it up, and your shoulders go right back into like an L shape. And you really feel it in your delts, in your rear delts. Now mind you, I'm doing that with 30 pounds. I tried it with the 50 pounds and holy crap. I was like 3 reps in and I was caked. So I switched it up to the 30s and we were good to go. Somebody crossing the crosswalk if you're wondering why I'm not going. Do you realize there's a law in effect? A lot of people don't realize this. You are not permitted to cross a crosswalk with a person on it until they've actually touched their feet on the sidewalk again. A lot of people don't realize that that's a law. And they'll literally wait till the person clears their lane and then rug it. It's like, dude, that's dangerous. If you lose control of your car, if you overestimate the friggin' turn or something, you could totally screw up and hurt somebody. I wonder if that cop's going to Canadian Tire to get an oil change. Like he's totally on my arse. Hey, we might get a cop pullover video here, guys. It's not like I'm breaking the law or anything. This friggin' vehicle's registered on. He just left. Dang it, that would have added some drama to the video. That would have been great. Anyway, probably not great. I do have my insurance on me, right? Yes, I do. But yeah, so I did that tonight with the, I got the 2 easy curl bars set up. I have the one set up with 50 pounds on it, and the bar itself weighs like 15 pounds. So I guess 65-pound curls. And like I said, I tried it with that one there and I did 3 reps and my form sucked because it was just too heavy. I'm pretty sure I was getting my traps involved in it. And then I just reduced the weight. I grabbed the 30-pound bar with the 5 pound. It's 30 pounds of weight on a 5-pound bar. It's the one that Joss gave me. It's like a hollow bar where the other one's a solid steel bar. And I rocked that. I did about, I did 10 reps. Well, my 10th rep was really bad because I was pretty much gassed. And then waited it out for about 90 seconds and then repped 10 more, and then 90 seconds, repped 10 more, doing 5 sets per, yeah, it was 5 sets per exercise. Because like the shoulders, the rear delts, there's no compound to really, well, I guess with rows, you kind of sort of hit them a little bit, but not as much as you would with an isolation. But yeah, I basically beat the living shit out of my body, so I expect to be in pain tomorrow on the upper level. Maybe my legs will be fine tomorrow. Yeah, it was a damn good workout. Been doing a lot of making up my own weightlifting ideas because I don't have all the gear at home that they have in a gym, and I still refuse to buy a gym membership because, well, gyms have other people in them and other people like to hog gym equipment, you know what I mean? And it's very, very freaking annoying. So yeah, it's super freaking dark out and it's only 8:18. Still got about 42 minutes that we can go and walk around. Still want to check out this restaurant. Apparently you can cook your own steaks. I probably said that on the biking video, but I'm saying it again because I kind of sort of really want to check that place out. But yeah, we'll come in here, we'll grab ourselves the lighting, see what we can see. I might go and walk around the fishing section just because I'm an addict and see what we can see. All right, guys, I'm at Canadian Tire, so I'm going to shut down the camera. I never bring you guys in the store for obvious reasons, and I'll talk to you when I get back. All right, peace out. For crying out loud, I just realized GoPros work better when you hit record. Anyway, I just had a conversation with nobody in my truck there a while ago. So I went to Canadian Tire and picked up, okay, the light I wanted I couldn't get because they're on sale, and I guess everybody came and bought them because they're that damn good. I don't know, whatever. So I ended up getting a different light. I got track lights. I said I wasn't going to get track lights. I got track lights. I'm just hoping I can install them and it's not going to be problematic. And this guy broke down at a bad spot. Holy shit, right at the friggin' off-ramp. Either that or he's taking a piss, one of the two. But I got a 5 pot light track light system. It's 4 feet long. Same length as the tube lights that are in there, the 4-footers. So it should span the same distance on the counter. I don't know if they're spotlights though. I'm thinking they might be, so I don't know if they're going to throw off as much light as the 2 fluorescents did. It says 3,000 lumens on the, I'll show you the box when I get home. But you know what? I had the weirdest interaction in Canadian Tire ever in the history of ever. Guys, I was walking through the aisles heading towards the lighting, and an employee came up and said, "Is there anything I can help you find?" And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Can I help you find what you're looking for?" And I'm like, "Wait, what?" And he's like, "What's the problem?" I'm like, "Normally I can't find you guys anywhere. And now you're coming up to me and asking me if you can help me find something?" I'm like, "I gotta buy a lottery ticket. Like, this is amazing." And he just kind of looked at me and like kind of shrugged his shoulders. And I'm like, "No, man, it's cool. I'm just looking for I'm looking for a new kitchen light." I said, "I'm just gonna follow the light." And like, you know, when you go to a hardware store or anything, there's always lights set up on display and shit. So sure enough, that's what I found was like the lightings. That's the direction I headed in. So I went to the fluorescent lights in the shop light section, and all they had was the one like I have in the garage, the plug-in jobby. I didn't want that. I don't want a plug-in jobby. I could probably just cut the plug off and wire it in directly to the friggin' to the power hookup and call it a freaking day. But I was like, I don't want to go that route. I want something that I can wire the lines into, set up a proper ground, and be done with it. And it also, all the ones they had there had the pull cords to turn them on, or the toggle switches to turn them on. I didn't want to deal with that. I just wanted a freaking light that's going to work with my smart switch. So it's an LED pod system, 5 pods. You can aim them. I'm just hoping it works. Like, and what I mean by works is that, not that it's broken already, but as in it's going to do the job and it's going to light up my life, because right now the kitchen's dark and there's nothing I can do about it. I can't install it tonight because, as you can tell right now, the brightness is gone. It's going to have to happen another day. And I'll film it. I'll for sure film it. I don't know why these people put their garbage cans out. Raccoons are going to rock that shit. It's friggin' muggy out right now. It's like 10 o'clock at night and it's 22°C and damp. It's going to be a rough night sleeping tonight, boys. Let me tell you a little something about that. She's going to be a muggy night. Not fun at all. So that's what I should get. One of those great big friggin' garbage cans. Those are pretty dope. But anyway, so we got the lights, and then I went over, of course I had to go over to the fishing section because I wanted to see if they had those Gamugatsu weedless hooks, and I didn't find any there. But then while I was there, I was like, well, I don't have any more I don't know what the hell they're called. I call them cannonball weights, but you know, those weights with the kind of shaped like a teardrop with a line tie on them. I was on my last one and I kind of broke it off. Well, I didn't break it off. Normally when I tie those drop shots, I'll just literally use an overhand knot on the weight so that if it does snag, the knot will break free and I don't lose the entire rig. I just lose the weight. But like for $5, I literally got a drum of them. There's probably 50 of them in there. So it's so cheap. Like, if I could find the mold to make them myself, I could easily hit up a tire shop and buy their used lead and just pour my own, make a whole boatload of them, because drop shots are friggin' an amazing technique, because it keeps the bait off the floor, keeps it at the fish's eye level, give it a couple reaction twerks and the friggin' fish are on it hard. So always a good time, always a good time. Mind you, it doesn't always work. Sometimes they don't want that. So, you know, that's why I bring the quantum metrics with me, which I got to learn how to cast. I really got to learn how to cast a spinning rod. I could just use my spin cast, my Zebco 33, but then people make fun of me when I use that, and they're like, "Oh, what, are you 12? Are you 12? Like, frig off, man. Spin casts are dope. So, really want a bullet, but nobody sells the bullet. All they sell now is that Bullet MG, and everybody said the Bullet MG is subpar compared to the classic bullet. So I'm on the hunt for a Zebco bullet. I'll find one. I always find things. Just gonna have to hunt harder than I did last time. Start scanning for tackle shops. I checked our local tackle shop and they don't carry it. Buddy actually looked at me and said, "Why the hell do you want that?" And I'm like, "Don't worry about why I want it, just know I want it. Get over it." Well, I'm almost home, so we'll go home and I'll have to go somewhere where there's light and show you what I bought. All right. Peace out. All right, guys, so this is the light I got. It's a Noma Protino 6 LED track fixture. Just a simple little setup here. This is what we're going to be installing. I don't know what all it's going to take. It's 3000 kelvins. It's going to be bright white. I'm happy with that. That's what the old tubes were. It's LED. Don't have to change the bulbs. It's good for, I don't know, they say 25,000 hours. I usually don't have the lights on that long down here, so whatever. And they're on a smart switch, so they will toggle off on their own when I leave the room. So that's pretty dope. Also, when I was there, like I said, I was probably over-exaggerating about how many weights were in here, but I bought bass casting, I don't know, they call it bass casting sinker assortments by Red Wolf. You know what? Red Wolf makes some pretty shitty stuff, I will admit, but when it's just lead blobs with a hook designed to pull my weight down to the ground, or pull my hook down to the ground, it's good. And as you know, I love my Mustad. Mustad hooks are the bomb. So I found these drop shot hooks. They're $275. You get a count of 6 of them. Pretty dope. And then I saw these here in the discount bin by a company called X Zone. They're drop shot baits, finesse slammers. So I figured, you know what? Purple works great for bass because bass can really see purple. Apparently science has proven that, so dope. Figured I'd give these guys a try. Just bounce them on the bottom or whatever and make them do some tricks and stuff. And maybe a bass will see it, come over and swerp on it, and then set the hook and reel the little bastard in. Why not? Sounds like a good time to me. Anyway, guys, I'm not installing this tonight. I'm going to do it another day. But this vlog is far from over, so we'll check in. For you guys, it'll be a second. For me, it'll be who knows when. All right, peace out. All right, guys. Well, I got it's time to change the bulb or the light. So I got this thing turned on right now. As you can see, there's still power going to it. However, I think this used to work. Touch it on Oreo and it would start beeping. Probably because he's not fluffy anymore. Oh yeah, Oreo got a haircut. I should turn on the light and show you, but I can't. So now I got the joy of coming over here into this closet and going through it, the breakers, trying to figure out which one makes the humming stop. Oh, I just ripped the friggin' hinges off the wall. Why won't this open? Yeah, ripped the hinge clean off. Sweet. Good job, Adam. All right, one of these does it. Probably not the stove. Kitchen heater, no. Dryer, no. Bath, laundry. Floors, upstairs, heating. It'd be nice if I knew what did what. Not that one. Not that one. Washer outside. Outside what? That might have gotten it. Yeah, she's dead. She's dead, Jim. Okay. So I was looking at this to see how he's got it hooked up, and he's got a whole bunch of 4 screws holding it into the walls. So I brought the Ryobi in, and I'm hoping one of these bits will do. And one will. Nice. Sorry once again for the lack of light. There's not much I can do about the lack of light. I've been wanting to do this for a long freaking time. Cool. And that's not going to come down because it's wired underneath this thing. Yep. And you're probably saying, Adam, you could have just replaced the ballast. And you're right, I could have. But I really didn't want to. Because what's really annoying is in the winter, sometimes this thing doesn't want to fire. So why not get something that will? LEDs will fire in any temperature. Proven point, the garage. LED tube light fixtures. That's what I wanted to buy for in here. But of course, they didn't have them. So we get the next best thing. Track lighting. that has more packing tape on it than any Amazon parcel I received in the mail. You've all been telling me for years, Adam, why don't you put track lighting there? Why don't you put track lighting there? Hey, you should put track lighting there. Guess what, guys? Putting track lighting here, but I just don't know how to mount it. Probably gonna mount the plate first, if I can figure out where the hell that is. Probably still in the box. Sit that there for now. Not gonna lie, guys, I just tried to turn on the kitchen light so I could see, you know what else I can do for light? Turn on the stove light. Nope, can't do that either. Well, there's some instructions here on how they want you to mount it. Let's see what it says. So you run all 3 of the lines, marette the shit out of them, install your lights, screw it in. Easy peasy. Okay, so in here, they give you fresh marettes, which is nice. Ignore the fact that my sink is full of water and I'm doing electrical work. Safety third, boys. So this thing here, this part mounts to the box here. Wait, are they just square-headed? Can I use my gun? Alright. So this goes through one of these. That gets rifled. Oh, this would be so much easier if I was flexible. I didn't have a 300-pound GoPro on my head. This thing swivels, so you can adjust the angle of the dangle. There we go. That mounts in there. And then you step on a screw and hurt your foot. That's always fun. And this thing, it's got a hole here and a hole here. So let's unwind all this wire. See what the hell we're working with. This is a customer return, isn't it? This feels like a customer return. No, okay, it's not. So we don't have much wire to play with. Because I don't know how the hell I'm going to hold it up here and put those marettes on. I could probably get a clamp out of the garage and clamp it to the sidewall here. While I do that, maybe a couple clamps. Let's go get some clamps out of the garage. It's freaking pissing right now too, guys. Just so you know. Now, where the hell are my big clamps? At least there's light out here. I thought I had like a camping lantern or something. I got my Ryobi flashlight, but it's not really omnidirectional. Where did I put those? Are they down here still? The biggest damn clamps you have in here. These two. That will work. I can just clamp them right to that wooden thing and that should suspend it up in the air long enough for me to get the wires wrapped. See? Think smart, not hard. Or something. Alright, hopefully the GoPro is still recording. Didn't get too saturated. It's coming down out there like a mother. You know, that's if mothers come down. I don't know. So, what my battle plan is... Sure, Adam, you're freaking brilliant. Put the clamp out of reach. Holy... Like, how do they expect you to do this on your own? Alright, I'm going to ditch the camera for the wiring operation because this thing's annoying. So this was like the worst purchase I ever made in the history ever because it's stupid. They didn't make these long enough to go down. This is supposed to recess into the wall, so you got to cut it out to fit. Like, what the hell, man? Such a horrible design. So bad. So bad. I should have went to Home Depot and just bought a floodlight. Oh, this is driving me crazy, boys. Driving me completely freaking bonkers. Alright, guys. Well, GoPro died. I don't know what the hell happened. It died. Oreo got a haircut, by the way, in case you guys didn't realize. It's totally shaved down now. Figured I'd show you in the light. She was in the closet. Yeah. That's awesome. Anyway, we got the lights up. I already powered them up. I already filmed the scene, actually, but the audio didn't take. I don't know why. Probably my fault. Usually is. We got the lights up, and they work really well. Like, really well. Like, really freaking well. Okay, well, except for where the cupboard is, but other than that, they work freaking well. They're really bright. Really lights up the counter space here. I do got to clean up my counter space. I cleaned up over here, but not so much over there. Still got a lot of work to do in this house. But now that I got light, I can work at night again. So I'm not restricted there. That's pretty bonus. But yeah, it's a lot nicer in here than it freaking was. That is for sure. Right, potato face? Right? Just gonna wag your bum? You're such a potato. Anyway, guys, hopefully the GoPro isn't completely, shot and it actually works again. Maybe I just left it running. I forgot to turn it off when I took it off my head to finish putting up the lights. I'm going to admit the lights are up there kind of wampus. Like, they do move. Because literally I got one screw holding that thing up there because I couldn't get the back screw on it because it's right up against the wall and there's no way I could pull it off. So I was like, you know what? One screw, good enough, good stuff. As long as nobody tries to do chin-ups off of it, we might be okay. And if they did, even with 2 screws, it'd probably break anyway. So it is what it is. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below the going on. Until next time, guys, live it to win it. Peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.